Hey everybody, I hope y'all are doing well. So, I was just checking out 13's tweets and, you know, again, I don't know if he's referring to some of the things that I've said in my videos, but I felt like he was in one particular tweet. And it has to do with, he was talking about rushing things and forcing things and trying to get people to control. And so, with me, with the proposition of Taylor Bud and saying how it can happen real quick and this and that, I felt like people may have seen that as me trying to rush things. To me, there's a difference between urgency and rush. Because this is not a simple, I misspoke. This is a very simple procedure. Really, it's the illusion is that it isn't simple because it's like, oh, who is this guy? I don't know him. Like, da 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 da. And I get that you don't. You kind of do. Like, there's a lot of information online about me if you really wanted to know who I am. Or we could have a discussion too. That would help shed light on things. But at the end of the day, man, and again, this is a sensitive thing for me because I'm kind of like, having a little bit of a back and forth with the 13thsun and how he goes about doing the things that he does. And, from my perspective, just being honest, he is talking about, waiting for, the right time to do things. And, it must have been 4 years ago, I went on his Twitter page and talked about just, again, I wasn't covering my heads up and I wasn't following certain protocols that he had asked people to follow. But at the same time, I was trying to, help organize or, rush, be very persistent on just like trying to create a system to help clean up garbage, you know. But, that was, I got blocked not too long after, so nothing ever happened. And that was like 4 or 5 years ago. So, and now we're here and things are getting, just crazier and crazier and worse. When I say crazier and crazier and worse every day, like, it is and it isn't, because it is all we need to go through. But at the same time, it's urgency is needed. That's what I feel. I feel urgency is needed, and I feel like we've been waiting a very long time. People are very docile. Nobody's speaking about doing anything. Everybody's sitting around doing exactly what the enemy wants them to do, which is kind of waiting. So when I see 13 talking about just waiting for things, like that's definitely not that's not the energy that I feel is needed. To be honest, I think, and in fact, we need to stop waiting around and we need to take action into our own hands and do something about it. So, the winter is coming soon. So, it's like, what else are we here to do, man? I'm one dude, but I'm not afraid to meet anybody. This whole spiritual talk, like, again, and then 13's talking about not trusting people. And it's like, this is the problem. This is really one of the biggest problems of humanity right now is that we've lost the ability to trust people. But even the notion of like, oh, I've got to trust him, like, hold on a second. Like, I'm not, we're not going into battle together right now. And like, it's not like I'm handing you over $1 million. I'm not giving you my soul. Like, we're just trying to like work on growing some plants here and working together. Like, it's not a super high level. Like, there's not much, there's really, how much trust is needed to do that? You go to work with people every day that you don't really know, but you, in a sense, you trust them to do their job and do their things, but it ain't really that big of a deal. You don't look at it as like a trust, but it is a trust. It's really all I'm doing is being like, hey man, I'm willing to come and help you work on a job. It's the same thing as anybody putting an application. Yes, I have an urgency to get this work done, but I'm not trying to rush it. Like, I'm not, it's an urgency. Like, if it doesn't work out, I'll find another way. I'm going to keep on pushing until I get the children fed. See, that's the thing with 13. Like, he wants to sit around and wait. I'm just going to say it, though, man. Like, how many kids are dying and starving and suffering, while you're sitting around waiting? And because of who you are and the platform you have the ability to do a lot, and again, years ago, I tried coming on your page to bring forth some movement, and I was denied, I was blocked. So, I've been checking out your Twitter now for a few months, and to be honest, it's still this kind of the same information, which is good and great, and I'm very grateful for it, and I give it a lot of support and thumbs up and hearts, or not thumbs up, but I give it the heart, unless I see something that I don't really see eye to eye with, and then, but that's fine, I'm not going to hate on it, I'm just going to keep it moving. But even like that, like if he was referring to me in the way that he went about it, it's more just that's what we need to get away from. That, like, oh, I don't trust these demons. Like, that's hate. That's not love. That's not helping turn everything into righteousness. That's not transmuting the problem. All these demons and stuff, they're never going to go away, 13. We got to help them. We got to help recreate them. We got to help uplift them. It's energy, man. It's not just going to go away. That's the whole problem with this. That's why the flooding thing, all that destruction, all that shit doesn't really work, because it doesn't change anything. It's just a temporary band-aid, but the problem still exists. And the problem lies in humanity not willing to work with each other, to be honest, and get over their petty things and share their resources. It's that simple. So, I'm starting to feel like it's going to come to a point where I'm going to have to, me and 13 should probably have a conversation, because, other than Pops, I mean, I would have wanted to send my goodwill to 13, except for the fact that, again, exactly what he showed me is I feel like he has this, essentially kind of like a certain perspective that can push people away if they're not doing exactly as he thinks they should be doing. And in a sense, he's actually being the one to control, and so anyways, I'm not trying to create no beef with people, because that's not what I'm here to do, but I am here to help push this movement and, yes, force it. I am being very forceful, because this is the Most Highs we're talking about. We got Most High children dying every single day. We got a satanic system that is pushing farther and farther down our throats every day, and I'm seeing very, very, very little really being done about it. There's people talking about it, but they're really just talking about the same thing over and over. Who's talking about an actual solution? Nothing that I see. Even 13's not talking about a solution. He's talking about waiting. For what, though? I don't know what you're waiting for, man. Like, you have people that look up to you, and you have so many things. It's a simple thing that needs to get done, and you start with that. The problem, too, is, like, he's waiting on something, but there is no waiting. I mean, life's about action. It's about doing things, man. So I don't fully, I guess, comprehend why he's waiting. So maybe there's something that I'm missing here, man. And if anybody knows the answer to that, or feels like they have some good information as to why, he's speaking on these things the way that he is, I'd love to know, because I'm here to help bring people together and get this thing going in a good direction. So if there's something that I'm missing, in my pattern of doing things, I'd love to be shown that. But I don't see anything that I'm missing. In fact, I see things missing from others. So I'm open to criticism. I really am. If you all think that, as far as spiritually speaking, my strategy is flawed, please let me know. I've been very open about, wanting to connect and find out other ways of doing things and hear what other people have to say about this. But to be honest, I haven't seen anybody talking about it with any type of even kind of close to where I'm at, and it's kind of sad too, because again, it's very simple, but it's not sad, because I get it. We've all lived in these complicated times, and that's how the devil confuses people, is he complicates shit, so we're all fucking confused. So it's all good. I love you, 13. You've helped me out more than, shit, sometimes I feel like more than Pops, but it all came from Pops, so it is what it is, man. All right, I love you all. Have a good day. Bye.